In this video, we're going to solve an advanced linear equation. So we have a problem here, and we could see it looks a little bit complicated. We have decimals and we have terms on both sides of the equation, okay? So don't worry, we're going to break it down step by step and it won't be complicated at all, okay? So the first step, before we can gather the like terms, we need to use the distributive property. So how does that look? Well, we would just multiply in this number to this term, and then we would multiply it to this term. And similarly on this side, we would multiply this to this term and this to this term. We would have to do that because we cannot just gather the like terms without multiplying them out first, okay? We have to do the brackets first. So how does that look? I've used colors here to make it easier to look at. So 2.8 times 8.2k is this. Then 2.8 times 5 is here. On this side, we have 2.6 times 4.3, which is here, and 2.6 times 3.2, which is here. Okay, so now we can gather the like terms after we multiply everything out. So 2.8 times 8.2 is 22.96k. Then 2.8 times 5 is 14. Then we multiply 2.6 times 4.3k gives you 11.18k. And then we multiply 2.6 times 3.2, which gives you 8.32. So now what we have to do is to gather the like terms. What we would do in the past is to undo this, we would subtract 11.18k on this side so that this disappears here. But if we subtract 11.18k on this side, we would have to subtract it to this side so that it would end up on this side, okay? So we would have 22.96k minus 11.18k. But another simpler way to do the addition and subtractions on an equation is when you move it over the equal sign, you just change the sign. And similarly, for this, we would move it over to this side and you change its sign, okay? So now, this is a quicker way of subtracting the terms on both sides of the equal sign because we want to get k on this side and all the other terms on this side, okay? So now we're left with 22.96k minus 11.18k. When we bring this over, change a sign. And then we have on this side of the equal sign 8.32 minus 14. So see how these changed sign, okay? So now we just add them together, or in this case subtract. 22.96k minus 11.18k leaves you with 11.78k. Then 8.32 minus 14 leaves you with minus 5.68. So now to isolate k, use inverse operations to undo the operations in the equation and do the same operation to both sides. So when we undid this, the positives, the adding and subtracting, the simple way was just to move them over and change their sign. But for multiplication and division, there's no real easy way to do that. So we actually have to do it. So to get k on its own, we divide this by 11.78 so that this cancels with this and we're left with k on its own. So because we divide by 11.78 on this side, we have to do the same to this side. So these two cancel and we're left with k equals negative 0.482 and we rounded to the thousandths. So we rounded to this place value, okay? And that's all there is to that problem. Don't worry if you don't understand that right away. You could just rewatch the video. As well, take a look at the description There's a link there to my ebook. You could download it. In the ebook, there's a link to this video. You could follow along in the ebook as you watch the video. As well, in the description, you'll find a link to other videos of mine that I've done that are similar to this. If you need extra help, you could check those out. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and thank you so much for listening.